Welcome to Marriage Unmastered. This is part 3 of the mini series. This is Hen, and I'm here with my wife, Sherelle 2.0. This is her. She is everything that you would imagine her to be. A writer, an author, a visionary, a classy woman, a timeless woman, a woman that sets goals and sets boundaries and changes, and that can change your perspective on life and how you should live your life, because the way she sees what her life should be and she goes after it. I just want to introduce y'all to her. Again, this is part 3 of our mini series. Sherelle, what's up?
I don't even know how to take any of that. I just want to clarify one thing. Henry, on the last part, said that I was a New York Times bestselling author. I'm not yet, but I do appreciate you speaking that into existence.
Oh yeah, let me speak.
I just don't want y'all to go looking for that and be like, that was a lie.
So if they look for it, that means it's happening.
I'm working on it, but I do appreciate the speaking it. So just clarification. However, so this is part 3 of our mini series, mid-season mini series. Today's topic is repair, and that's also the name of the mini series.
Right.
Bringing it back around. So I guess the whole premise of repair in this setting is really just trying to figure out what that looks like for us.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I have no idea what that looks like.
I don't think I have an idea either what it looks like, but I kind of have a sense of what it feels like.
What does it feel like?
Like emotionally going through what we are, experiencing what we are experiencing is like, you know how we talk about those moments, those small moments where we can see something, or it's like, well, you, for instance, not me, but you. I think those are the moments where it's like, does this feel like repair? Meaning growth and change in us from my changing behavior and from my consistency. Does it feel like a repair?
Are you asking me a question you want me to answer?
I guess what I'm saying is from when we were explaining about being busy and working, is you can see that small window of of opportunity. I'm coming from that perspective. Does that feel like a slight repair? Or no? Answer however you feel.
I don't know if I see it as a slight repair, because I'm still trying to figure out if I believe it. You know, are you doing all this right now because I'm not feeling you like that? You know, is this all for show? Is this really consistency, or is it just for the moment until you feel like, all right, she's back? I don't know.
It's a valid response.
So like, I do feel like you're overdoing some things, but I'm also just like, cool, whatever. Like, I don't know. I think, like I shared this with you. If we're talking about me actually beginning to feel like we could make it, I see glimpses of that, but it's always about you and you when you're focused on you. Like when you're focused on doing something to elevate yourself and doing something to chase your passions. And like when you start talking about you elevating, that's when I get interested. Like all the other stuff is just other stuff, but I'm not really interested at all in the random day to day, like all of that is just pretty much, I don't know if it's real or not, or if you're just doing it for the moment. I want to see you like become a different version of yourself, I really do. I don't want to I don't want to like get caught up into believing that you're really trying to work on this, and then we get back into some sort of routine and I start to trust you again and open up my heart to you again, and then this happens again because you're not totally healed and you're not totally repaired. Because I honestly believe that there must have been something lacking within you that was looking for something else. And that's how that happened. So unless you repair that piece of yourself, how will I ever know that you're totally in it with me? And you're not going to go seeking something else to repair what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I making any sense?
No, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. No, I understand completely.
So just, I want to repair us or I wouldn't be here, right? Like I make jokes like, well, it's not really a joke, but I'm extending a lot of grace just being here, right? But ultimately, I don't want to rip apart our family. I don't want to flip our kids' lives upside down. I
Neither do I.
don't want to necessarily even have to be like dating again. Like I'm too old for that. Like I don't want to do that. However, I will if I don't feel safe and protected and secure and like I can trust you because I am worth that, a partner that provides me with those things.
You are worth that. And let me just be clear, you don't have to do that.
I don't have to do what?
You were saying I don't want to date, but I will.
I said I don't want to do a lot of things. All
Yeah.
you caught was date. But
I'm only saying that like to that part. I have to address that part because it ain't no. That's neither here nor there. However, I get what you're saying.
all I was saying, whether it be you or somebody else, I will not be in a relationship where I don't feel safe and protected and like I can trust them. I also have a daughter that's looking to me to see how you're supposed to be treated by a man. So it's very important that the decisions I make in this relationship or any other in front of her are wise and strategic.
Yeah, you're right. Our daughter definitely does deserve to see her mom treated correctly by her father. I agree. I want repair also. Very much so in our marriage, in our relationship. Um, in everything. I don't want it to be the same. It can't be the same. Speaking from me, I know there's a lot of things that I need to do for you to see that change, and not only for you to see it, but for me to see it in me. Is I don't want to say it's hard. It's different. In revealing myself to you, and you're my wife, and it should not be hard, but because of like what I've done, and to go to that change, like with you watching, like to make sure, like, yeah, you sure you change it, because I don't. That's different. It's like getting undressed with the lights on. I think that was a terrible example, but you kind of understand where I'm coming from.
I think you're trying to say that it's a vulnerable space.
Thank you. Very vulnerable space.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
One that I don't know how to, in a sense, navigate.
I guess we're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
kind of brings us back to like the original topic of this mini series. Like, it's definitely helping being busy. Like, it keeps us working on something together, which is better than not communicating at all, right? So, you know, that part is helping us just keep moving forward. And I do believe it's going to take time, right? Well, I don't know how much time. But one thing I would say that's nice about the busy is the time is moving really fast. So it might take a couple years, but the way this time is moving, that's going to go by in a flash. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, it's Monday. Oh, it's Friday. You know, like it's Sunday.
Yeah.
The day, like the time is moving extremely fast. Like it's God's time. Like I was talking to my mother today, and it was funny because I said, you know, people complain, like we ask God for things, and we're like, when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? And then when it does happen, it comes in like a mighty flood. And it's like you're trying to now keep up with all the things God is sending your way, and then you're like overwhelmed, and you're like, Lord, help me manage this, right? But it's like you prayed for this.
Yeah, that's what you pray for. Don't
You
start
know,
complaining now.
don't start complaining now. You said you was ready. I prepared you. I did all the things to make sure you were ready to handle this. Now handle it. You know, but when it comes in, it comes in harvest season. Get out there with that hook and that hoe and start mowing or whatever you got to do, right? Like,
Hook
I'm
and
not
that
a
hoe.
farmer, but but you know what I'm saying? Like, so the time is moving really fast. God has been keeping us very busy, which has allowed us to at least stay in each other's presence and communicate, which is a big deal for moving forward. And so Are we
It's tight, but it's right, as they say. Are you say, are we what?
are we trying to repair? Yes.
Absolutely.
Is it an easy process? No. Are
You,
we talking about it every day? No.
it's like you pray for repair. Like when you say you pray for God, you pray for certain things, and God starts giving them to you. It's like, oh Lord, I'm overwhelmed. Like even with like praying for repair, whatever way it looks like, it's like it starts happening. It's like, wait, do I want to be repaired right now? Like it feels different too. I'm kind of like, I was trying to equate it like when you pray for certain things and God starts doing it, and it's like, whoa, 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 I wasn't ready for all of this. But like that kind of happens with like repair.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to like, you're saying it and it's kind of like hitting me in different ways. So I'm going to just make sure I'm making this clear. Like, are you saying like the repair hurts too?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I got it because, yeah, I agree with that. The repair is like you got to get broke down first, right? To even need repair, you have to be broke down. So we're at like the breakdown phase. That's where we are. Right. So being at that space,
Being
it's
broken
like
down.
you have to be built back up to be repaired. So that's a hard space to be in. And like, so we've been kind of dancing around this new business of mine, but I'm going to throw it out there. And I'm throwing it out there for a couple of reasons. The first reason, I want to let y'all know what I'm doing. But the other reason is really to talk about how it relates to what we're going through. So the Lord, I'm a writer. We talk about that all the time, right? I'm a writer. In my previous life, I was the editor-in-chief of a magazine called Street Confinement in Connecticut. And back then, like 15 years ago, I had an idea to do my own magazine called Aces. And so fast forward to 2025, the Lord brought that back to me, but it was a totally different vision from what I thought it was. And ACES now stands for Arts, Community, Education, and Sports. And it's a elite youth magazine that really highlights these incredible young people, right, who are doing outrageous things in education, sports, communities, and arts, right? So that's what I've been working on like mad. And when I say God is rushing in like a mighty flood to like move me through that, and it's been helping Henry and I really like start our communication and work together on a project, so on and so forth. So a part of that repair, however, with our marriage, it's like, have you ever heard this saying, when your career starts to take off, your personal life goes to crap? That happened, right? So literally at the same time the magazine started, I started to move forward in a fast pace. This happened, right? This crash happens. And so I get laser focused on that, right? And now we're going through this, and we're a public, in a sense, couple, right? The podcast is very public. People in our community know about it. So now it becomes this like, my repair is more than just the breaking down of what happened to us emotionally in our marriage. My repair is also this embarrassment, right? Now, who am I? Like, I'm trying to build this business about youth, and now people are going to see this intimate part of my life and my marriage, and like, that's affecting the business I'm growing over here too. Like, so there's this repair that's happening. Like, I also have to conduct myself in a manner over here so that people trust me to like celebrate their children. And like, and I have to like grow through this embarrassment over here, because so there's like a lot of things that's happening when we're talking about repair and like, and how do we maneuver and grow through that? How do we, how does what's happening over here in our personal life not affect this like amazing opportunity, this business that I've been craving for my whole life, like this thing that I've been chasing that's finally coming full circle with everything that I've ever done, ever, is now being realized in this one project. but then I have this happening over here, right? So it's like so hard to like manage it. And like I don't know. I don't know. So yes, do I want to repair our relationship? Yes. I want our family. I do want our family.
I think, thank you for sharing that. I know I know it's tough. I know it was hard. But I also want you to know that, like, where God is taking you in this with the magazine and with our family, and yes, our stuff is like blowing up in the wrong way possible. I think it also makes what you're doing resilient and like relatable. Is like, even going through a situation like this is like, if she can do it and push through, we can do it, or I can do it, from people that are watching, because there's people watching you specifically, and they're waiting. I think I told you this before, like, they're waiting for you. And I think, like, just getting through this, once you get through it, once we get through it, you're going to be able to help them in more ways than you think. From like explaining your process, explaining your experience, the heartbreak, but the blessings from God, like Him giving you stuff in the midst of this because of like my foolishness. And I know it's tough. But it's needed.
And I just thank you for sharing that. I just want to share this with the women, or maybe not just the women, just married couples who've been on the side of the side of the page that I'm on, the side of the page that I'm on,
the side of the page.
Like, one thing that I heard from the Lord throughout this process was He revealed this so that I could be totally focused on Him. And not even focused on my husband at this point, because God has to work on that, right? I'm not leaving him. I'm still available to see what the Lord wants me to see within Henry. However, my focus right now is like this project that I'm working on with God. And so, like, in that, I have found so much joy. Like, God has really guarded my heart from not being depressed or in the dark or with the covers over my head or crying, or like being able to like connect with the Lord and like do something that I'm so passionate about and see all these things kind of come to fruition has really guarded my heart. And I'm saying all this to say, for those of you out there who are sitting on the side of the page that I am, like, figure out what it is, that thing that the Lord is trying to show you that brings you joy, that connects you to Him, and focus on that. Like, focus on that in a way like you've never focused on anything before. And that will get you through, honestly. And unfortunately for my husband, that's why I can kind of like laugh through some of the like things he says, or like, I'm like, dude, I'm really not focused on you right now. And it's not in a way like he might take it as I'm trying to like antagonize him or be rude or disrespectful. It's in a way like, I can only see what the Lord lets me see in you. So if it's not worth my seeing, I'm not going to see it, because I'm being protected, because the Lord will guard your heart if you seek after Him. Like, it's when we don't focus on what God is telling us that we get into these deep, dark, depressed stages where and I know this from my own experience, because in this, there's also moments where I'm not focused, right? I'm human. There are these slim moments where I don't get up and communicate with Him, and I get overwhelmed and I'm confused and I'm sad and I don't think I'm worthy and who do I think I am to be going after something like this? Like all those things are happening, but in very minute doses. So that's how I know. As long as I stay focused, my heart is safe. As long as I stay focused on what's going on over here, like I'm good. I have to also be repaired. And the only way I can be repaired is over here with the Lord, right? So, like, that's why I keep telling Henry, focus on you, repair you. I believe what God is doing is he's going to repair us individually before he can repair us together. And so, again, for those of you out there who are going through a situation like this and just trying to figure out your way through it, I say lean on God, one, right? But also like focus on what that thing is that connects you to him and brings you joy and really like motivates you in a way where you don't even feel the pain, because that is what's been getting me through all of this. That is the repair that is happening to us both individually. And I believe once we are made whole individually, the Lord will kind of show us our way back to each other. So that's it, y'all. That's all of it in a nutshell.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
So check out our website. Check out our website. It's still up, marriageunmastered.com. I'm not even going to tell you to buy none, but I will say listen to the episodes. Hopefully there's something in there for you that resonates with you and helps you and your spouse through something that you might be going through, because that's the purpose of this platform.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That's it. So we will talk to y'all in a couple weeks.
That's all we got. That's all I got.
Repair season mixed in with the
it.
harvest season.
That's
I guess
it.
you got to cut it down, then it got to get built back up. The harvest, cut it down, build it back up. Hey, okay, I just made that up. All right, y'all. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Bye.